There it goes. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Mike Overstreet. I'm a roboticist, social media person. So I've been doing robotics for a long time now. In the U.S., we have Legos, Vex first. And then when I was out of high school and in college, I did mentoring first teams. And then I started going to Robo Games. You probably don't know what Robo Games is, but it's a robotics competition that started in 2004. I actually went the second year, 2005. So I got really heavily involved since about 2005 in robotics. So I'm going to give you a really fast version. I could post the longer version, but I did about a 45 minute talk about COVID-19 at the virtual maker fair about 2 weeks ago now. So let me kind of share my screen to kind of get us kind of thinking, kind of get the ball started a little bit. I don't, Monica, do you want to kind of introduce yourself and who you are and what you're doing before I get started? No? Yes? Oh, okay. I'll just get started.
I have a suggestion. Shall we just unmute everybody so that we could have a little interaction during your speech or during my speech? I think so far right now, everybody cannot speak, so we cannot see the reaction.
Okay, I can do that. No problem.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that?
I think this at least you can unmute everybody so that they can speak, or if you have any question to ask them.
Oh, hang on. Getting all kinds of new people showing up.
Okay.
So everybody can I can unmute them or they can unmute themselves.
Yeah, sure. You can go ahead. I see everybody right now can speak.
Okay, so like I was saying, this is kind of a quick version of the presentation I gave during the virtual maker fair. So that's my name, Mike Overstreet. Sorry, things are kind of slow for some reason. Okay, so in my opinion, there's 5 major areas that robots can use to help with COVID-19 and issues caused by COVID-19. And just go over them really quickly. Telepresence robots. So if somebody's sick or you're being quarantined or everybody's being quarantined, we can use telepresence robots to allow access to businesses or just to friends or family members who are quarantined themselves. Or if you're quarantined, you can use a telepresence robot to allow you to have more interpersonal involvement with that person. You can follow them around, you can move around the house or the place of business. Telepresence robots have been around for a long time, so this is a very advanced technology, easy to implement. Delivery robots are another great example. This is both indoors and outdoors. So because everybody's social distancing, this in the US, it's 6 feet. You can use robots to deliver food to them indoors, like in restaurants, to help restaurants open up, or you can use them outside. There's lots of examples of delivery robots here in the US, in college campuses in large cities, where the robots actually deliver food instead of humans. Then there's cleaning robots. This is a great area where robots can help with COVID-19. And the reason why is because robots don't need PPEs. So a lot of your cleaning people have to wear personal protective equipment right now, especially when they're cleaning like bathrooms, public restrooms, and businesses, meeting rooms. And this is also good for like if you're in a business trying to open up, you could have the robot clean and disinfect common areas, keypads, elevators, other areas where you are highly congested with people. With the cleaning robots, there's a lot of examples, either using UV light or a spray liquid disinfectant. And then kind of broad areas, kind of assistant robots, robot chefs. Just think of all the different applications robots can do in a house or in a business to help out. I use robot chefs as one of the examples because a lot of people, we're trying to limit human contact with food. So the less people touch your food, the better. So there's lots of examples. I think Monica even has one of a bartender robot that she can show. And the last one is inventory robots. Just think of Amazon, warehouses, Walmart's, large stores that need to move and check inventory. This is also another very advanced sector. There's been a lot of work being done in the last 4 or 5 years. Lots of examples of this. Amazon, like I said, in the U.S., there's warehouses everywhere, and this is great for. So like in the U.S., our supply chain is under lots of stress because people need food delivered, they need medicine delivered. So Amazon and UPS and other delivery services need to stay up and working and distributing their packages. So there's also this instances of warehouses getting and places of food manufacture getting COVID-19 outbreaks. So if you have an automated warehouse, that really helps with the supply chain issues. You can actually have the warehouse being operated by robots for a week or two to allow the COVID-19 to get out of the system of the area. But just big check, make sure I've covered everything. So yeah, total presence robots is basically social use, learning use, business use. There's all kinds of already great examples online. Just go to YouTube and just type in telepresence robots and you'll find all kinds of great examples. And like I said, delivery robots both indoors and outdoors. Also lots of great examples of like Amy and other delivery robots. And the cleaning robots, like I said, the UVC light. And then the thing about UVC light, it's dangerous for us, but not dangerous for robots. And then spraying disinfectants, there's all kinds of great examples of that online. Like I said, cleaning. Then the assistant robots, basically just think of a butler, a receptionist, a cook, a tour guide, a bartender. And the assistant robots will probably have some arms or hands so they can manipulate the environment, like a bartending robot can pour drinks or a coffee robot can make a drink. And then lots of your robots have voice and tablet interfaces. And then inventory robots, like I said, there's great examples of that online, Amazon and even Walmart now. Is an example here in the US where the inventory robot drives around the store and checks the inventory to make sure everything's stocked in for people. And just some real quick thoughts. 5G is going to be really awesome for robotics. Low latency and less video lag. People always ask me, about this. What do you do with the robot when the demand is low? You always put the robot in a storeroom and keep them ready for the next outbreak, the next bad situation, the next pandemic, or the next time when you have a lot of sick workers. You can use the robots to help out, and you don't have to lay off a robot. You don't have to worry about a robot not be able to feed itself or its kids or its family. Safety issues, the robots are getting really good now. Don't worry about a robot running over you, hitting you, hurting you, or your kids or your grandparents or whatever. In the U.S., people are nervous and scared of robots for many different reasons. And one of the great examples I like to use is Terminator. The Terminator movie came out in 1984. So we've been kind of conditioned by social media and media that robots are bad, scary. It's different in other countries. Like Japan is a great example. Robots are your heroes, the good guys. So it's not that way in all countries, but I'm sorry. We need some more people here. Sorry, losing my train of thought.
Yeah, there are supposed to be around 30 to 50 people joining our meeting. So after your sharing, probably you have to allow more people to join us. So before my kickoff, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So the big thing that I want, the big takeaway from what I've been saying is, I can give you example after example after example how robots can fit all these 5 categories, and they've been around for years. But robots are ready now. We don't have to wait for the next pandemic. We don't have to wait for the next bad situation to occur. We can use robots in the schools and our homes and our businesses. We can do that now. It just takes. I mean, I know it's difficult because a lot of businesses are scared to spend money right now. But just think of the benefits having a robots in your business or your restaurant or your warehouse, so that you've got that security that if something bad happens, you've got backup. So if you start getting a mini pandemic in your business or office or your restaurant, you can close down, disinfect it, and then you can reopen and use robots until your workers get out of quarantine. So it's just kind of a backup policy. But like I said, this stuff, you can use the robots now. Monica's got some great examples that she'll show where you can get robots for her now that can help in all these situations. And then I love this cartoon. Hopefully you can see it. So usually the other thing people get worried about is robots are going to take their jobs. But think of it as every new technology leads to new opportunities. Every time something new, a new advance comes, there are always new avenues, venues, opportunities, ways you can make money. Robots right now can't repair themselves. Robots right now cannot program themselves. They can't teach themselves how to do a job. Snow back here is really cool, but you've got a programmer.
Hello, welcome to
teacher to interact.
Hello, I am handy to offer services for fun. Please speak out to what you want me to do.
So, but you've got a programmer to do that. So that's kind of a quick overview. I'll post the more detailed 45-minute version. I got a lot of great examples in the 45-minute version, but I could kill you with examples. So I think I'll just leave you kind of with these ideas and thoughts. And like I said, just think of these 5 big areas that I think robots can help us with. So that's kind of my thing. So I kind of let Monica take it away. Unless somebody's got some questions, let me check the questions here.
Okay, thank you, Mike. I think you have to check the list. There should be more people coming, but they cannot. And so before I kick off, is there anybody want to ask some questions to Michael Overstreet? Okay. So if everybody have no question, we'll start my
I think
part.
Carlos, you have
I have a question.
Sure.
Is there a danger with the UV robot with have any kind of intelligence to check if there is a person in the room?
That's pretty easy. So if you go online, there's great examples. I've got a few videos that I showed in my longer presentation where the robots can actually detect people moving into the area, and that's pretty simple. That's just it's not facial recognition. It's just most of them are using OpenCV, and they're designed when they see their cameras see a human form walk in the room, they just turn off the UVC light. That's pretty easy. I mean, OpenCV has been around forever. There's lots of great examples of facial recognition. There's actually, I follow this one guy that's really big in OpenCV. He's actually got tutorials where it can detect where you're wearing or not wearing a mask, and social spacing, make sure that you've got enough distance between you and the other person. And it's pretty simple. I wouldn't really worry about, because even Snow's got basic facial recognition, image recognition technology in it. Just camera and OpenCV. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much.
So I just want to add up to that UVD disinfection robots. Actually, they're quite easy. They're just a mobile platform plus the upper part, which is a light or disinfection things. So, but it's all over between my past experience. So let's start my part. So as you guys know, I have been working in the commercial service robots for quite a few years. Of course, I have been selling them from the marketing and the business development aspect. So I quite have a different experience from Michael Overstreet. Basically, all the robots I have sold are those big ones, the mobile ones. They are integrated with speech and working and other algorithm that's combined. So far, I have been working in the FMP Robotics China, which is located in Shanghai. This is one of the wholly owned subsidiary by the Zurich company, FMP Robotics. So all of our engineers, they are graduated from the masters, doctors, and the postdoctors from the University in Zurich and ETH, which are the QS world top universities. So basically, this is a very engineering, technology, and of AI robotics company. I think all of you guys have already seen a few videos that I have posted in the Facebook and the LinkedIn. So also, we are not just a robotics company. We hire a few other doctors and specialists from some courses from psychology, care sciences, because so far our Switzerland team, they are study and research the elderly care solution. You know, for the aging people, they are really this kind of group of psychology problem. They need more care. So this is not just a code machine that can do. We need to combine all the emotional and physical factors into consideration. So far, we are focused on the human-friendly and safe collaborative robots. This is some background about our CEO. So FMP Robotics, actually the previous name was Neuroscience FMP, which was established in 1990s, which means we have already a 30 years history. And at that time, we started from the AI labs, which is one of the artificial intelligence study in the university. So basically, our company have a very long history in the lightweight collaborative robots. But in the early 20s, I mean in the 2024, one of our early research lightweight 5-axis robots, they were purchased by ABB, which is also located in the Switzerland. So this is also our background. You guys can have an overall look. So basically, we are very strong in the technical and engineering, also in the AI robotics company. These are all the board of directors. We have quite a large group of investors and from some famous multinational companies, like this Mr. Daniel Adamic. He was the former McKinsey partner and entrepreneur in Hong Kong. And the rest of are just half and half from Switzerland, from European countries, half from Asian countries. So we are quite cross-nation and multinational. These are more like consultant, or some are outstanding advisory board for our strategic sales and international planning. These are what's our core technology that have been researched by our FMP Switzerland team. So basically, they are quite technical part. First of all, of course, we have a product started from the AI labs. These are our main products, which is the 6-axis robots arm. We call it collaborative robots because it can assist people from education or from athletic care or some other solution I will introduce later in this part. Of course, we have quite of AI. That's our engineers. They have been working for years, from the human structure study or recognition objects and human face. Also, we have applied 32 IPs listed including 2 product patents and 5 design patents received. All the products and AI parts we have already registered internationally and recognized, of course. And this is the ROSE operating team that we are open API for all the studies or specialists they want to study our robots or features that's contained in our software. So for these 2 parts about the safety and personality, that's the core technology our P-Rob robots are contained, which is also different from the other company. So you guys can see all the products we have studied. They are quite friendly, which means they are not just very cold industrial design. They were covered with the leather, high quality leather from the Rolls-Royce car seat leather, which means when you touch or feel the robots, they are warm. They are not just cold. This is our core design spirit. Additionally, we also our team also have developed some full integrated solution into the care industry, and another one to the catering for the bartender solution. This MyP software is also very flexible platform that you guys deserve a study. So after this PPT, I will explore more. So this is some basic parameters that we listed for the P-Rob. So basically, this is very autonomous. That's we can fast collaboration. From the last generation, we need 3 minutes, but right now we just need a 1.5 second collaboration procedure. This is very quick start. Also for the each joints, we only have 1 screw. So when you try to install this robot, it is quite easy. And even you don't have technical background, you can manage it. I think that there, in the attender, a lot of you guys have already seen a lot of ABB, Kuka, Yaskawa. They are quite industrial. Of course, you cannot just work closely with them. But here we also add a lot of torque perception onto each joints. So that when you touch and feel the robots, you don't feel any scared. This is also very important part that our engineers working on. So you see the grippers, and here it's also soft materials. And when it's grip something objects, like say the round shape or the square shape, the robots can feel the force that detects from the objects, so that's he can hold properly the force that you can hold the objects. So this is one of key parts of our AI. And of course, this is the object detection camera. You can add or not. It depends on your own requirements. So this is quite a few hardware configuration. And the layer is very comprehensive, sorry. So you just see this from the surface. You cannot see like platform that's ugly, because we also cover the leather as well on top of that. And there is a camera that can encourage the athlete when they were doing exercise. Also, athlete can see through their own body. And here it is a lot of sensors and detectors that can assist the athlete or people who need the robot's help. Of course, there is a container that can carry a lot of blood samples or stuff that you want physically deliver in space or in distance. But this robot, so far, we are still in the last 100 miles before landed to distributor. So this is direct sales. We don't sell it to distributor. Sorry, I should, there's a lot of quiet communication protocol for those engineers or technical people. They need something like roles or TCP. Of course, we are open API to them. But our the features in the MIP software, they are Python. I think I should skip these technical parts in case you guys feel boring. And let's quickly go through this technical specification. If you guys have any questions into this part, you can remark it in your notebook and ask questions after my presentation. So basically, this payload is 3 to 5 kilograms, which means it depends on the final gripper body. So basically, it's quite a huge range. Okay. This is a software that we develop for controlling the robots. So it's different from the traditional industrial robots, ABB, KUKA, Yaskawa, or FANUC. The difference, number one, is it doesn't have any outer box. It just needs this software connected by the browser or your mobile. It can control anywhere, so it's quite flexible. And there are quite a lot of features. You guys can see its picture. So even if somebody like us, we are marketing and business person, we don't need to like quite technical background. You can manage that easily just through the video. Now these parts are quite technical parts. Basically, this MCM is our spatial one we developed for motion control. Of course, we developed the solution for the healthcare. You know, some elderly people over the 60s, they need quite very regular exercises through the shoulder and the backs. So this motion control makes sure our robots are quite safe and can lead the gestures proactively. So this is more like to rehabilitation center or nursing home. These 5 parts are the main AI that our robots contain. First of all, it's localization and mapping. I think most of you guys are not unfamiliar about that. The second part is vision, about the camera. We use the best quality from the American brand. So you guys can do a lot of further second development based on MIP software. And of course, voice interaction. During the Bartender solution, you can also have some interaction with the robots. and let robots say deliver some coffee or deliver the drinks to you. And these two parts, I will have a few videos to prove that, to make sure it's more vivid. So this is our challenges go to the universities. I know some of you guys are professors or PhD in universities. So far for the robotics study, it's not just for robotics. So this is more cross courses. You need to study a lot, or like mechanics, or like automations, or computer sciences, electronics, whatever. So robotics is quite very complicated courses. You need to have a quite challenging for that. Also, you need to have some customization based on your AI lab for university. So for these parts, you need to have like vision or whatever configuration, navigation, kinetics, speech, a lot of stuff. So for these robots labs or research, you need to have fully customized degree. And of course, safety. When the robots are operating with your students, it have to be close working. So the robots have to very good talk-to or force perception that can under control. And the safety is fully under control, sorry. Yeah, this is quite some advantage that we have done. Of course, these parts, I have some few videos that you guys will see more vividly. Let's go to the videos directly. So for this research, so the universities will take out P-rob robots, so you can do some objects recognition. So the robots can, through the space or through some key points that can sculpture the shape of the objects. So you guys can further study on how it can apply it into like human or the objects that you want the robots assist. And this part, of course, it's very common. And of course, in the gripper, we add it at the end of the gripper. So when the gripper assists things, it can also see the world through this camera. Also, you can recognize people, the gender, or you can do some like in new retelling for like how many people already visit your stores, or how you connect the offline data to online, so it can assist some your commercial applications. This part is also, but this is not 3D. This is 3D. This is 2D. So you guys can do some like a square recognition when in the labs, when the objects are moving, the robots can precisely grab it and do some second programming. These parts are our key parts we have done for the elderly care. Of course, you can apply to other scenario if you think it's quite applicable. So in this camera, when the robots recognize the people sitting down, it can recognize all the objects in front of them. Of course, a human, it can recognize the eyes and the structure of the human body. When he drinks the water, there will be the water parameter. It will increase. It means the elderly are drinking the water every day, regularly according to the nursing homes requires. When the body take off the books, the robots can recognize it, and the IQ or the fun parameters, it will increase as well. So this is also when very comprehensive integrate parts into our MyP software. So this is quite a few AI that's observation, adaptation to the environments. It means how the robots sense the world. First of all, this part. So robots are completely safe. It means when we add one capacity under the leather cover, the robots will sense your body. It will not hurt you or touch you. So you can very, very unconsciously working close to these robots. The second part, the robots can calculate where you are and where the corpse is. It can, according to your speech or according to your instructions, and take a cup of coffee and then deliver to your office or your clients at your needs. This part is based on the vision recognition. Sorry, I think this online. I cannot open the YouTube. Let's end it. This part means the robots can follow the human and follow his gestures and encourage the elderly people for like gestures practicing or some safety applications. This is object recognition. It means machine learning. When you train the robots for a few times, it will easily recognize, and you can do some second category or categorize into different shape to different box. So it touch the shape is quite sloppy. It's round and orange. It's through the sensor. We could have quite a few sensors at the end. So this is a heart and a cube. So the robots now know what's exactly everything. And when we let him to sort it out, so it can easily pick up. So it's like a robots can learn and study what you want to train him. Then it could be smart enough to do itself without human interaction. Okay. So it's quite accurate without errors. This part is the reinforced learning we have studied earlier things years ago. So, but it's not yet to the commercial application. With 3 fingers like human, it can touch and feel the ball and feel the objects. So I think it's quite close to the final, but so far it's still the word very difficulties to make it sure to land it to application. So here we're gonna introduce some application we have done based on the product's introduction. I believe you guys have an overall familiar with our products. So first of all, this is to healthcare. So we change the end gripper and body parts into a massage. So the robots can touch your back shoulder and give a right force back to make sure you are comfortable and easily to relax. The second part goes to this, like you go to the gym, but the machine cannot lead you the gestures if you are you are the first time go to there. Also, when you are against the robots can feedback a right or talk you force. So these robots, you can program the gestures that you want to exercise. No matter it's necks or shoulder, the robots can lead you the gestures frequently and regularly and exercise as well. So this is mostly basically to application go to healthcare for keeping you regularly exercise, especially for the elderly care people. Of course, some go to the hospital as well in USA. This is one part that we have done in the Switzerland hospital. It's basically recognize the humans, some parts in their back, their aches, so the robots can do some impulse massage that help the doctor release their hands. So you completely control through these apes, quite easy. So at this stance, the doctor no need to like operate a lot of like repetitive and hard working making the people feel comfortable. They just need the machine help them. They need the robots help them, and safely, of course, and easily controlled. The third application we goes to the elderly care. So basically, these robots can, of course, the time and the labor cost is quite competitive compared to the human labor cost in the North American and European countries. So in the first 6 months, we applied these robots into quite a few in Germany, Switzerland rehabilitation center. We just apply there for 6 months kickoff. So the robots can collect quite a few data for the elderly, their habits, the daily habits, their blood samples, their communication with the elderly care, and assist them for the the elderly care, they fall down 1 month at least like 20%. The robots can recognize it quickly and alert the nursing station. So this basically have enhanced on the 3 parts. Of course, it's quality work, it's deliver things and provide accurate data. And the second part is do efficient work. It's remind the elderly care do exercise every day at the regular time and deliver the blood samples as well for the nursing home. Of course, it's provide hygienic work as well. In the coronavirus period, we add 1 part into this for the sensors. They can detect the elderly people's temperature every day when they are doing the work. So this is the video that you can have an overall understanding. So during their work, they can also say hello with the elderly people, with everyone he see, or assist during the way as well. Sorry, they speak Germany. I think I can help you guys understanding. So it's encouraging the elderly people to do some exercise in their business units, in the units. There are quite a few features that can meet the nursing station requirements. So this is like a quite assistant robots to create a smart nursing station. Can help the nursing people save the time on the efficiency and improve the emotional quality. So this is we have 8 or 7 applications we use in Germany and Switzerland, some hospitality and some nursing home. They are using the layer for distributing the drinks, also open the water and help them alert from the falling down and the blood sample delivery. I think, yeah, this video. This is working in a nursing home and disabled people. You know, the hands they cannot take the things properly. So the layer, when they close working with people, they can, according to their needs, and ask the Leo to deliver water and open the water for them, help them, assist them in their daily life. So this is Leo, what Leo do during the coronavirus 19. So basically it's quite disinfection, of course, the Leo have to do. And temperature measurements. So we add one parts on top of the Leo's, the current features. Of course, they have to distributing some like water and a material distribution for the nursing home station, especially for European and North American, where some developer regions and the rest of the world, they have very high demand for quite a very functional robots to help them. And the well-being parts is the robots can also help them exercise or some emotional parts study, go to and collect the data for the doctors to study. Yeah, so this is the during the COVID-19, the Leo during the work, during the patrolling, they can collecting the temperature features as well. So then feedback in time every day. No need the nursing go back to each parts. You know, the nursing home is quite a huge place. So improve the efficiency every day. They can completely done by Leo. So this is also Leo can done by the UVD in the gripper to each parts, the door hand rail. Yeah. So this is when the robots detect the elderly people, the temperature, so they can remind them to take medicine and also feedback the data to the nursing home station. I think we have already overthrew this part for the elderly care. This one, the fourth application we have done for the caring, which is the Bartender solution, so this is very fully autonomous, especially during the COVID-19. You don't need any human, you don't need any like touch on the things. You just need your mobile and scan the QR code, so you can have a very entertaining and comfortable, of course, safe drinks from this robot solution. There's quite a large numbers of a drink manual that you can add on top of that. So this is drink manual, basically all the cocktails, drinks or water or coffee, you can add it. We can program into the software, of course. There is a data in the cloud as well. They can capture track how many drinks you have sold every day and what drinks they are. Of course, in the manual, we have one more features. You can select how percentage of the alcohol you want to add and how percentage of syrups you want to add. It is at your request during the software. So what's the amazing part is robots can get your feedback from the signal that you select 30% of alcohol and 17% of syrups, then go to the bar, then can take the alcohol at your favor. So this is quite tasty. This is a solution. The whole parts are done by our team. Of course, there are 3 display for the entertainments. So when you were speaking or interacting with the robots, the display will display some theme color according to the robot's emotion or your emotion. So this is quite very lightening, especially for those bar or for some casino places. I think, Simon, do you have a quite feeling on this part, especially for Las Vegas? This is what I have introduced already. For this part, you can select ice or not, or soft or liquid or strong or not, according to own taste. Simon, do you have any question?
No, it's perfect. I like it.
Okay, I will go ahead. So if you guys have any question, you can remark it after I think I just have 1 or 2 minutes, we will finish. Then you can ask me on this part. So every parts here, we are made in Germany and made in Switzerland. including the robots and the arrays display or the gastronomy components or the software. So this is very high quality compared to some like industrial design. First of all, it's more warm and safety. You can even close or touch the robots. Don't need to worry that the robots are gonna hit hard back on you, because we have the very algorithm to calculating the force control. Second part, you can speaking or interaction with robots with some entertainments and advertisements based on your client's needs. First of all, the third part goes to its maintenance. For every maintenance we at the back, it's quite easy. You can replace the key parts. You no need to worry about robots usually break down, because we all use them made in the Switzerland, high quality materials for every parts. So this is every scripts specifications. This is some size here. On the back, you can hide some alcohol here and some electronic components. Yeah, there's a video. You guys can see more vividly.
Just a quick question.
This is a mountain.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry, who is speaking?
This is Ali. I just have a question about the
Sure.
force sensor that you mentioned. So like the force sensor, is it like at the end effector, or like every joint has the sensor? Like if side of the robot hits something, or like anyone just stays, or like just the side of the robot hits anything, how do you feel that?
Yeah, actually for the whole body, the whole robot's body, we do have some not sensor, we call it torque control algorithm. So we touch the robots, we will feel the whole body, they are setting back. When your hands are moved back, move away, the robots will go back to the normal gestures, do its normal work. So
you mean it doesn't have any blind spot, right?
Sorry?
It doesn't have any blind spot.
Blind part? Blind. Okay, got it.
Like there's no spot that the robot won't see or won't sense. Like any side of the robot hits any obstacle, so it will realize.
Yeah, good question. Even if it has blind part, yes, it do has. For the joints, they have some slots. It do have some blind parts. But as I have already introduced, we are strong at the force control. So even the robots are feedback or like you cannot see, it's very soft and a leather cover protected. You won't feel anything like it's hurted.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. By the way, I have another video, so it took in the real scenario. So it will help you understand better what I have explained to you, because it's quite fully safe. That's what's different from universal robots or some industrial designs. By the way, these parts you can also scan the QR code, because right now it's COVID-19. So you don't have to use these parts, but after that part, after this period, you can use the tablets. Just answer back to Ali's question. You see the robots during the working is quite protected. It's all the safety material. Also, when you are touching the robots, it feel like nothing. It's just a small force. Even if we have a hard hit, the robots will have a protection mechanism we have done.
Monica, if the drink is no good, can it give your money back?
Sorry?
If the drink is no good, can I get my money back?
I think it's all digital payments. There's money there already paid to the system. So there is no exchange or any money back. You just pay through the QR code exact numbers like you place in the Amazon. It also saves your time as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't like my drink, can I ask for my refund? The way I was just joking. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a program. It's, if you don't like something, you go to the bar, you put too much vodka. Can I get my money back? The barman give you money back. Make sure this robot can give.
Yeah. If you talk about refund rates, I'm not sure in the casino in Las Vegas how high that rate of refund service. I think it's just a small rate. Yeah.
Yep, but it's something that you need to think about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there can be an opposite situation. If I like my drink, I want to tip the robot. How can I tip the robot?
Sorry, what do you mean tip the robots? Cheat?
Tip. Give tip.
Tip, okay, tip, right?
How can I tip the robot?
I think this feature can be added in the software. Yeah, because in the European countries and North American, they are quite care a lot about tips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you were, but these parts I need to remark it because so far we haven't referred that. I will ask our team after this meeting.
Yeah, Monica, tipping is an interesting thing. It's an interesting discussion. We could probably talk about it for hours. But some cultures like to tip, like the U.S. We're kind of conditioned to tip. But you cannot tip like in Japan. The servers get insulted if you tip them. So different cultures have different opinions on that. So it's a kind of interesting dynamic. And with robotics, are you tipping the robot or are you tipping the person who?
I have a question to you guys. Sorry, because I don't frequently go to the bar or go to some parties. Like say how much one drinks, if it's 30 or 50 US dollar for one drinks, after the waiters or bartender, they give back the drinks. If you feel satisfied, will you guys give any like tips for them? Because it's already very expensive for the drinks.
I don't go to bars a lot, but sometimes you're tipping the bartender for the company. So if you're a guy and it's a really cute bartenders, or if you're a girl and it's a really cute bartender, sometimes they do tips that way because of that. But a lot of the time it's the social interaction between the bartender and you. If the bartender has a really good presence and charismatic, they usually get a little better tips than not. So it's an interesting dynamic. It's going to be curious to see how people tip robots, because at least right now, the social interaction between a bartender robot and you is probably not going to be as like with a human.
Of course.
So it's like I said, I've talked to a few people because to make a long story short, when I was at Big Bang Pizza in Atlanta, some people were like, yes, I have to tip. And other people were like, well, I don't have to tip. So it was very interesting discussion that we'll be having.
Exactly.
One point I just want to share with you guys. Actually, when the bar owner, they want to deploy robots, first of all, the drinks average, the cost to the drinks probably will increase a little bit, which probably the part of the tips that you tell, but I'm not sure. So far as I have studied, for each drinks, they have quite a very large margin because it's an entertainment place, For entertainment, they quite have over 50% of margin. So that's why the people are intended not just to this solution, but also to the revenue share So second parts for the clients, I think they can accept if the robots are saving their money, are saving the bar, the owner's money, everybody are happy for that. So this is a quite cost-saving part for everybody. Also, like you say, for every new technology emerge, there would be some part of people's interest will be a little bit, influenced. But some more like the bartender can care more on the emotional service to the clients. So it just need the robots do some repetitive work that everybody can do. So this is like a different task, like different people have different parts.
I agree. I think if the robot is like in a local bar, because I go to bars a lot to be honest, and I used to go to snowboard in Colorado. Aspen is like very luxury place. People tip a lot in the luxury places, and like in Aspen in a normal winter, even during the weekdays, like in the restaurants get like probably thousands of people, and like a lot of them they don't even talk to the bartenders, but they still tip a lot because like they just want to get the drink, go hang out with the friends. But like local bars, I don't think they are your customers, because like local bars, people just go there to talk to bartenders. But like your initial market is, I think, these luxury places, as you said. I think robots can get really good tips, and like they gain that margin for the companies. That's interesting. I like the idea.
Yes, you nailed one point, very important, that in the short time, the robots cannot completely replace human, because robots in the short time, they are robots. They are not emotional parts that can offer some sentimental, like a social feeling like human. But the robots can assist the bartender, assist the shopper, the barkeeper, sorry, that can assist him on the repetitive work and save the cost in the long term. So this is like a disruptive technology that helping the human into the human's life, especially during the COVID-19 here in China. So everybody right now are thinking very, predictably. They want something that will not be influenced by this virus thing, by some unsafety things. So robots can, when they're there, the human no need to touch each other, get infected. So this is quite like applied to this time. And in the long term as well, it's cost saving with large margin.
Monica? Can I have a question?
Did you?
Besides, this video is the separate solution we have done for the coffee, because coffee and the bar, they have a little bit difference on the making procedure. So you guys can also have a short look.
So this is probably beat a dead horse. So on the social interaction part, so if you're a non-U.S. citizen or somebody who's not used to bars, there's a great comedy show called Cheers. I know it's kind of old, but the reason why people went into the bar was to talk not only to the other customers, was talk to the bartenders. So it'll be interesting. That'll be interesting dynamic. as we get more automated, as we have waitresses and waiters replaced by robots or bartenders replaced by robots. It'll be interesting to see that dynamic. I kind of think that what'll happen is you'll hire people to be greeters and not really bartenders, but just social people. So you might like hire somebody just to kind of walk around, talk to the customers, make sure their experience is going well. If you have like a bartending robot, you might have somebody just kind of hanging out just to make sure everything's going well, talking to customers. I think a lot of bars do hire people to do this. So I think it's going to be kind of cool and interesting to see in restaurants and bars how this automation and human interaction kind of evolves. Because when like COVID-19 is causing issues, or some pandemic or some issues is making it so we have to social distance,
Yeah.
robots will be great because they help us social distance. And then as these restrictions start to ease a little bit, it'll be really cool and interesting to see how we start interacting, because I definitely know a lot of people I know are not going to shake hands anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see how we kind of evolve, how we use this automation. I think it's going to be a great collaboration together. We'll do what we do really well as humans, the social interaction, the talking part, and then robots will help us and assist us and make our lives easier by doing all the simple repetitive tasks.
Yeah. Actually, I have another news shared from China. Some of the integrators we have been working with, they put our Barney into one part of the new solution, non-human new retailing solution. Because from the order, they can order from online software, and they no need to go to the store. And after the robots receive the order, they will start doing some drinks or start doing some coffee. And after that, the robots, the human will receive the order. I mean, the rider will receive the order, then go to the store, take off the coffee, and deliver to the door. I think this is quite a very common or some like trendy things in North America as well. So this is fully without going to the store. If people want to go to the store, of course, they no need to interact or speak with others. They can spend more time in their privacy. They no need to be crowded there, got worried get infectious without any intention,
There's real quick, there's a great example. There's a coffee shop that some of my friends are going to in South Korea, Zhang, and robots serve the coffee, make the coffee, but yet they have people walking around just to check up on them, make sure everything's going well. So it's not an all automated coffee shop. So it's kind of interesting. Like I said, it's going to be really cool to see how this kind of evolves here in the future.
Yeah. So much for today's sharing. I think there are quite a few guys already still staying in our tool. I'm not sure if you guys can unmute, or if you have any questions, you can ask here.
Can you just go to the previous page? I said like you need something. I couldn't read. You are looking forward. Getting in touch. Okay. All right. You don't have anyone in US that works with the company at the moment?
Yeah, it's European-based company, and in the US, I think so far we have to take care very carefully. You guys know it's political, or everything is very cautious. US, I think there are quite a few from US, right? Simon, Michael, Ali, right?
That's true.
And
yeah.
Shelly, yeah, they quite a few guys from US. How is the situation there? Is this happening serious in your place?
Yeah. New Jersey is one of the.
Yeah, this is quite a mix after COVID.
I don't want to I mean, I'm always open and free to help with robotics issues in the U.S. So if you have some ideas or something you want to bounce off somebody, yeah, I'd be more than happy to help where I can. I'm based out of the U.S. I'm in the central part. I just by Kansas City, Missouri. So I can volunteer or help. Not maybe not volunteer is the best word, but I can help with robotic issues or ideas.
So Michael, I've done industrial robotics, and I travel all over the country. And in Vegas, I see a nice opportunity for the bar. And one of the things that we would like to offer is the leasing part of it. You know, lease to buy, so it pays itself that day.
That's okay. Leasing, that's a great point. So in the U.S., I think we could probably have a whole hour discussion on leasing or buying or selling. But I think initially, at least in the U.S., I think leasing is the way to go, especially with everybody worried about big capital expenditures right now. I think the idea, let me lease the robot, see if it works out. Now, as a business person, I will tell you that from everybody I've talked to about leasing, you actually make more money leasing a robot than selling a robot, because the car dealers love people when they come in for leasing, because they get you on, you know, the warranties and the all kinds of stuff, and then it's really, so you lease a robot for or car for 3 or 4 years, and at the
There's
end of
three things. Yeah, there's three things I'm worried about. Yeah, I'm sorry.
At the end of the lease, you don't own that car. So there's lots of ways you can use leasing. I think that model is a very interesting model. And like I said, we could probably spend a whole hour discussing the pros and cons of buying and leasing. But I think at least right now in this environment, I think leasing is a pretty cool idea to explore.
So there's three things I'm worried about. One, collaborative against industrial robot. Yes, it's cheaper, but it's slower. So we want to make sure this is not too slow. Collaborative means safe,
Right.
but it's also slow. So I need to see the actual video of real life, not edited.
How close are you to Las Vegas right now?
I'm in Las Vegas. I'm about 10 miles west of the Wynn, if you know the Wynn Hotel.
These aren't Monica's robots, but there is a bar. I don't know if they're open right now.
Tipsy, yeah, they're closed. Yeah, Tipsy is the
there is a few bars in Las Vegas that pre-COVID-19 that that had bars. Let me share my screen real fast. Let me show you something that I've seen firsthand that might alleviate your fears a little bit, because I get that question a lot about, will the robots run into people? Sorry, let me bring up my screen here. Oh, of course I don't have it right up, sorry.
That's okay.
So this is an example of a pizza place in Las Vegas, where they, not Las Vegas, I'm sorry, Atlanta, Georgia. These robots are pretty good. Every time I've been to this pizza place, the robots are running into people, taking people out. They've got really good detection. Actually, that was not the best video.
I'd like to see it in a crowded place, just, you know, one of those videos.
Yeah. I have a video. I'm sorry. I wish I had it popped up. It would just pop right up.
That's okay.
But this was in a very crowded situation that I had snow over here. Where did it go? I might have to post it to that Facebook group, and you can see it. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Oh, no, that's not it. Why can't I just, why it's not popping up? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So Snow has LiDAR sensor and a distance sonic sensor. Actually, I tried really hard to take pictures of her navigating through these crowded areas. This is example of, she actually, when it got too crowded, she actually got more confused and just stopped and said, I cannot do what you want me to do because there's just too many people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bartending robots is the same similar way, and that you have a lot of force sensors and feedback sensors that if when you were telling as it was trying to grasp
Fourth, the customer, yeah.
So Michael, I think for the US markets, for the Barney solution, you need very good technical support. This is very technical things. Of course, we can train the people, train the team, but I don't think that's one person can do. You need a team that we can train.
So
I think Simon have the team. Simon have the engineers in your team.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Also, I
Yes.
know you have some industrial automation background.
Correct.
I think Michael can help on the marketing parts, on the sales, and Simon have the technical and installments or something. You guys can do very contract partner together.
Correct. So Michael, at some point we need to exchange emails so we can communicate, yes?
yes, no problem.
Okay, I think I have yours.
So so that's another important question that we need to, that I probably could spend another hour talking about, which is in the US. A lot of people, that's the leasing option or the buying option. One of the attractive things about lease is that you have somebody to service the robot.
And I'm also working on rental basis. There's some parties and stuff we're thinking about too.
Yeah, and rental too. So
events like weddings, you know, like the way you rent a DJ, you may want to rent a bar. So I'm working with somebody that may want to do that.
Right. So now the support, that's going to be an interesting question, because if you're a distributor, you need a good technical staff if you're renting or leasing. So, and you need somebody scattered throughout the country. So, you know, you not spending a lot of money on traveling from location to location to service and support a robot.
So I was thinking about it, and we'll talk more. I have a distributor with 500 locations.
Okay.
They sell industrial parts, but I think we can offer them this type of product through that distribution. So they will sell it to hospitals, casinos, hotels, all that good stuff. So we'll talk about it more in detail. We just have to put it the right way. How to fund it, how to finance it, you know, if it's the banks or whoever. We'll find out.
Yeah. But like I said, that's a great conversation, because at least right now, there's not enough people in the US that can just jump in and service a robot. There's a lot of potential, like first teams, high school students who need an entry-level job. Think of all those first team people who've been doing robotics in high school, where a great summer job for them or a night job for them would be to be a robot support technician. So it's an interesting. I think there's a great opportunity for somebody. I wish I had the capital just to step in and to start a technician service company for robotics.
If you guys like, you can keep me in the loop. I'm having a good connections with the universities, at least in East Coast. I teach controls and robotics in Rutgers University, and I'm finishing my PhD. It's my last year. I know a couple of good people in Verizon and Bell Labs working in robotics area. So if you guys are interested, you can keep me in the loop. Maybe we can share some useful information. Yeah,
Michael, do you mind?
Undergrad students are really good for, sorry, Monica, to interrupt you. Undergraduate students in like electrical engineering, computer science, and mechanical engineering are the best people to work as a part-time. Like instead of going to work in restaurants as a bartender, they can be technical people for this type of robots. It's a great idea.
Yeah. I think you guys in the US can figure out some way and set up another group to talk about at this spatial time. It's a challenge, also an opportunity, because so far I hear at our end, we are quite cautious as well into the US markets. It's something that's all we have to figure out, but in other countries like in the European, in the Asian, it's resorting back. We have no problem go to the Middle East, go to the Asian or European, but North American, especially in the USA, is quite a large country. You know, technical, marketing, sales, and safety, of course, everything is quite sensitive.
There is a lot to discuss. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, we can discuss that on in the Facebook group, or we can set up another Zoom meeting, or just exchange emails. But yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, in the U.S., I've noticed it's more people leaning more toward leasing, rental. They want 24/7 support, 365. They don't want to support the robot themselves. They actually, but some of the other countries, it seems that they're more interested in buying the robot and developing using the robot. So yeah, it's a cool opportunity. Like I said, new technologies bring really cool new opportunities.
So I do have a question about patents and how do we protect ourselves that people don't reverse engineer. I've been trying to sell this robot type of product for the past 5 years in Vegas. I was going to build it here in Vegas, my own, but I gave up on it because nobody was ready to invest. Up until a couple of years ago, or even a year ago, MGM announced all their restaurants and bars will be robotic driven very soon, before the COVID came out. The question is, how do we protect ourselves so people don't copy us?
Yeah, that's actually what we are confident at. We see a lot of bartender solution as well, like Maker Shaker or the Uni from European countries. They look cool in the marketing video, but they cannot really do work. Or sometimes when you are exchanging the apples, you have to use some layers, go very difficult to go up there to exchange drinks. So basically, it's a good idea if you want to us to connect together to our Switzerland team to see it by your eyes. That is possible, because I just want to feel it was a difference from the past robots you have seen. Industrial design, very dangerous things that probably you are facing the law cases. This all the things we have concerned already. So that's why we also set up a very special team named Robotics for this bartender coffee solution. So we already take your lawsuits, your safety concerns into our own design, no matter from the material or from the solution. So this is for the social liability that European countries are different from made in China. I'm sorry, I'm in China, I'm Chinese, but it's quite different products.
Moving forward, let's get some things moving and pricing, yeah? So I'd like to get into that discussion very soon.
How about we talk about the quotation price point by email? I think Ali, Michael, and Simon, right?
Yes.
You guys want to talk further about this part?
That would be great, yeah. I don't have money to buy, but I can do more stuff, like in...
I think for university, it doesn't... For university, we have a different solution. So we can have a separate email for that. But
Yeah.
for Michael and Simon, because they want more on the marketing and apply the robots into application, ready to go. So that's another solution part. It's different direction.
Yeah, I'm interested to contribute to their like businesses if they need someone with some networks and some background in robotics, because like I did robotics in last 20 years of my life, but I just don't have money to invest, so I can't do other stuff. So if you would mind, you can keep me in the loop. And,
yeah, sure.
Yep.
For university, you don't have to like say you invest first, then research university. University, they have AI labs or their research and study to cultivate the students. You know, they have quite a large investment onto that every year, especially in some Ivy League. You know, in the Northeastern University, some top university in each state. They do have the robotics courses open already. So for them, they do need very good products, very good robots with large features and algorithms that can study and teach the students for different projects, like the recognition or work on the projects, how the robot's gonna assist people, different parts. So basically, we started from the AI labs from the Zurich University, from the ETH. You know, ETH is quite top 10 university in the world. It's just right after MIT, this kind of university. So we do have a different solution for the education. But for Michael and Simon, they more want something that really input into markets, not to university. So
yeah, I'm going to graduate this year. I'm not talking about the universities, Monica. I'm graduating, and you are right. Like universities spend money for buying robots, but I'm not concerned about university because I'm going to graduate, and I just keep my network with the university. I'm teaching one course in robotics. I have a good network with undergraduate students. Every semester, I have 40, 50 students. So it's good that I keep my network with the professors in mechanical engineering and computer science, which they have 2-3 different robotic labs. But if you have like some solutions for them, I can propose to them, but I'm not going to be kind of like student or like attending to university very seriously anymore.
May I know your major? Is that, I remember your major goes to computer science?
My background is robotics, but I'm in mechanical engineering department.
That's quite the AI labs or engineering, that's robotics.
Yes, I'm leading a robotics and mechatronics lab in Rutgers Mechanical Engineering and Aerospace Department. We have 3-4 different robotic labs in Rutgers. We have 4 or 5 different robot manipulators, autonomous cars, ground robots. We have like probably more than 20 robots right now. But like it's very diverse. Every group is working on different projects. So, I mean, like I can propose like if there is any open area in like other robotic labs that like they can use this type of robots, just like as a platform. Right now they are using platforms from ABB and KUKA, and there is another smaller company called, I think, Chic. I forgot, this very old robot, but they are still using them. It's for teaching purposes, but that's another topic. But I would be interested to be in the loop for, I don't know if any business partner in the technical part, as a young person that has energy and potential, I would be interested to be in the loop.
There's a.
I think, Michael, I think we have quite a long time on the meeting protocol. We can set up another one after 2 weeks. So today we do have a good discussion with all of you guys, although some guys didn't speak, but I think we deserve, so we have another one after 2 weeks, so we will discuss more. And so far, we will have dropped another email protocol, goes to American team as well. If the rest of the team want to further discussion, we have the email. I will type it here so that we can also message or discuss further, or we join the next Zoom meeting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That would be perfect. All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your all. Thank you. Good night for
Thank
the
you.
American team. Good
Yeah.
morning for the Asian team.
Good night, good
Bye.
morning, good evening,
Yeah.
good afternoon, everything. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.